What if your plant could hear you? You could talk to it every day and it would never answer you. It doesn't have ears. It doesn't have a brain. So how could it possibly know that you're making a sound? And if plants can detect sound, what exactly are they hearing? You have probably heard people say that talking to plants helps them grow. Maybe you have even talked to a plant yourself. But does a plant actually hear your voice? The answer is more interesting than a simple yes or no. Plants don't have ears like humans do. They also don't have a brain that turns sound into thoughts. So your plant is not sitting there listening to your words and trying to understand what you are saying, but plants are much more sensitive to their surroundings than they look. Plants can detect things like light, temperature, touch, gravity, and movement. Sound is also a form of vibration. When something makes a sound, it creates tiny movements in the air and in nearby surfaces. Those vibrations can reach a plant and cause tiny physical movements. And plants can respond to physical movement. Scientists have found that plants can react to vibrations from things like touch, wind, and insects. Some studies have also found changes in plants after they are exposed to certain sound vibrations. So in a way, plants can sense some of the physical effects of sound even though they don't have ears. There is an amazing example involving bees. Sunflowers have a special relationship with buzzing insects. When certain bees vibrate a flower at the right frequency, they can help release pollen from it. This is called buzz pollination. The plant is not listening to the bee like a person listens to a voice. It is responding to the physical vibration. This gives us a completely different way to think about plants. Imagine you're standing beside a plant and talking to it. Your voice creates sound waves. Those waves can create tiny vibrations around the plant. The plant may be able to detect some of these mechanical changes, but that does not mean the plant understands your words. If you say good morning to your plant, it does not know what those words mean. There's no good evidence that plants understand human language. The physical effects of the sound are what matter. And scientists are still discovering how interesting this can be. Some research has found that plants can respond to vibrations associated with things happening around them. This could potentially help them detect changes in their environment. Think about how strange that is. A plant cannot walk away from danger. It cannot run toward food. It is stuck in one place. So being able to detect changes around it is extremely useful. Light can tell a plant where the sun is. Gravity helps guide its roots and shoots. Touch can cause changes. Vibrations can also provide information about what is happening nearby. There's another strange discovery about plants. Some stress plants can produce ultrasonic sounds that humans cannot normally hear. These sounds have been detected when plants experience things like dehydration or physical damage. Scientists are still studying what these sounds mean and whether they communicate anything to other organisms. So can plants hear you? Not in the same way that you hear another person. A plant does not have ears waiting for your voice. It does not have a brain turning your words into thoughts. But plants can detect mechanical vibrations and respond to some kinds of sound-related stimuli. So the next time you talk to your plant, you probably should not expect it to understand your conversation. But you also should not think of it as completely unaware. That quiet little plant is constantly detecting changes in its environment and reacting to information around it. It may not understand your words. It may not hear your voice the way you do. But it can sense a world full of vibrations that humans usually never notice.